Hey, what's up guys, it's Yusuf and we are joined today by BK and Diyana of TRAXXfm. In conjunction with our women's issue, we're going to pick their brains. Thank you for joining us today. Okay, so let's start off with a relatively simple question that to me still causes a bit of controversy from time to time. Is it okay for guys to wear pink, BK?
I think it's alright on certain circumstances.
Such as?
If you feel like wearing pink, go ahead. But if someone tells you not to wear the pink because it may make you not manly enough, still go ahead and do it. So it's all up to you if you want to do it or not.
I don't understand why there's a controversy for that matter. I mean, pink is a color just as any other color in the world. If you can rock it, that's great. But then again, I think what they fear is actually fashion, because pink can come in so many shades and not every color suits your shade. Anyone with dark skin rocking like hot pink is awesome.
For Diana, would you ask your boyfriend to run to the store and get pads or tampons for you?
Yeah, I've done it a million times.
Okay, and he's fine with that?
Well, he's
No
gonna
question.
have to, otherwise I'm stuck there all bloody day, right? Quite literally, all bloody
All
day.
bloody day.
Yeah, no. And it's I've done that to my dad. I've done that to my brother, to my boyfriend, to my best friends, my old housemates as well, and they're completely fine with it. I mean, they are open to the idea of helping out. But if anyone were to be irked about it, I'm just gonna have to say it straight up, mate, your mom's a woman. She went through the same thing. You're gonna have to respect that and understand it because, you know, it's just how humans work.
Right.
Yeah.
And BK, flipping the question, would you run to the store to get pads or tampons for your girlfriend?
I would. I actually have before, and I don't find it much of a problem. The only thing I think maybe a bit of a difficult issue at my end would be I don't know what brand to get or like what size. I don't know any of that. But if you want me to go ahead and get it, no problem. I get it for you anytime.
Do you think it's okay for women to breastfeed in public?
Why not?
I think it's perfectly fine. I think it should be. It should be perfectly fine to be done anywhere.
Yeah.
Because it's a
I mean,
natural thing.
I won't deny that it was a shock the first time I saw it, because it actually happened to be one of my friends who did it, and she's been my friend for a really long time. She had a baby, and we were out at a restaurant, and she just whipped her boob out. I was like, oh, hello, and I was like, whoa, wow, didn't see that one coming. But then when she just went on with it, I was like, oh yeah, it's a perfectly natural thing. It's almost as if like you're doing your nails while you are talking to someone. But the thing is, the baby needs to eat. What is a big issue? I mean, this is another human being. Just because you have a child, you are forced to make certain life choices to make other people comfortable. Hey mate, the baby has its needs, you know?
No, I think it's perfectly fine. I think any parent has the responsibility to carry on. I mean, obviously a dad can't breastfeed his child, but a mom, she could do it anywhere, and I think she has every right to do it without anyone passing any discrimination or judgment upon it.
Okay, cool. So, who is the most inspiring woman to each of you?
Personally, my mom, because I think she's been like the woman who I've actually grown up with my whole life. And I mean, obviously there are other people like celebrities and all these other people who have already made it big out there, but the closest person to actually mean something to me is probably my mom.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I mean, I love my mom to bits. I would say she's definitely the queen of my heart without, no doubt about that. But in terms of inspiration, I definitely see a lot more of that with my sister, because she's an adventurous person ever. She, does everything at her own beat. And every time she wants something, she goes out and does it. And she happens to be very hardworking. I mean, look, the girl lives in Bali now, man. I mean, it's like she just one day said, I think I want to move to Bali today. It's like, it's something like that. You have to be really freaked out to actually, sort of cut your life off over here, start somewhere fresh where you just don't know anyone and whatnot. But the fact that she did that, and she's always been like this since she was a kid. She's always, just been so independent. I look up to her incredibly. Yeah, my sister, love her.
Cool. Alright. Do you think chivalry and gender equality can go hand in hand?
Okay, well, before I answer yes or no, to me, chivalry, in the terms of like pulling someone's chair out, a male pulling a female's chair out, opening the door for them, and doing all these supposedly sweet little things that women cannot do and whatnot. I think we have to sort of just snap that out of our heads for the men and women. I mean, it's not just women saying like, oh, you know, you shouldn't do this for me because I'm not weak. It's got nothing to do with that, but it shouldn't be about guys saying, I should do this for you because you're a woman. It should essentially be, I'm doing this because I'm being polite and I want you to feel comfortable, so I'm taking the chair out for you. I want you to feel nice. I mean, I could do that for a lot of people. For example, if I pulled out the chair for BK, he'd be like, Diana, what are you doing? But at the same time, it's like, what? I'm just pulling out a chair.
That's true.
You know? I'm not, you know, buying flowers for you or anything like that. Unless you want flowers.
Yeah, I would like flowers.
Okay, fine, I'll get you some flowers. But anyways, in terms of like all that chivalry and equality, gender equality, people face a lot of issues. People have fought so long and so hard for all of those things to make sure that there is gender equality in terms of equal payment, in terms of equal job opportunities, even for, you know, certain things like the lifestyle things that we do. For example, if men were to be a bit more promiscuous, they'd be considered as studs, but then if if women were to be promiscuous, they would be considered as sluts. But at the end of the day, that should not exist at all. I mean, frankly speaking, why do people have to compare themselves to other people for that matter? I mean, I really think that it's all about you and, you know, being a good person, and why care what other people are doing? I mean, just chill out, you know. It's not about, there's no hidden agenda, and people just don't trust each other anymore, you know. They're gone are the days where people are like, oh yeah, I am genuinely polite and I bought, you know, groceries for you today, yay, the chicken and stuff like that for you. But if we did it and they're like, what do you want? I don't have money for you. You know, that sort of thing. So it's quite sad.
That's true.
That's quite sad to think of it. But if, in terms of your question, can gender equality and chivalry live together, essentially, they can mesh, but with certain understanding and more trust, I think. Go.
Well, from a man's point of view, I think that, yes, I agree with her when she mentioned that job equality, payment, salary, everything is equal when it comes to both the man and the woman. But in terms of a man actually opening a door and pulling a chair out for a woman, sometimes, yes, chivalry, but it's gone to a point where sometimes women throw out the question and say, hey, chivalry is dead. But sometimes they confuse that with flirting, I think. So sometimes when you want to actually be like a gentleman and do something like chivalry out there, right? People may just think you're flirting with someone, and that slowly kills off the whole idea of being chivalry, right? I mean, chivalrous, and because of that, if you're comparing between a woman wanting to open a door or pulling a chair for a man, yes, go ahead by all means. But the bar has already been set up all these years, saying that only a man is supposed to do it. Go ahead. I mean, yeah, a woman should also do small things like that, but that doesn't mean that a man should stop opening a door and pulling a chair out for a woman, even though that you're trying to be bringing the whole gender equality down to a real thing in this modern times, I think, at least.
Okay. So chivalry should work both ways then, regardless of gender. Yeah.
It's politeness.
It's politeness, yeah, exactly. It's politeness. I think the term chivalry should be changed to being nice to someone.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Like how if a guy were to genuinely say like, are you okay? It's not like, I want to get in your pants. It's like how a girl would say, are you okay? It doesn't mean there's a hidden agenda. People want to show more concern, and there should not be a hidden agenda. There should be more trust among each other. And in fact, I find that a lot of issues that we have with humans nowadays, and I'm talking about from different cultures, backgrounds, and all that, there is absolutely no trust. I mean, or very limited.
Very true.
We need to expand that and make sure everyone's like, guys, chill out. There's no hidden agenda. Don't be afraid of someone wanting to do something to you. It's all about being a good human, and I think that's the most important thing. No matter what race, what religion, where you're from, the most important thing is that you are a good person and you are kind to others, I find anyway.
And the idea of chivalry should actually be taken over by being someone being polite or someone being actually nice. And then you can at the same time achieve gender equality.
Yeah, there.
Okay, so it can work hand in hand in moderation.
Yeah, in moderation.
Alright, well that's a wrap for today, guys. Thanks for joining us once again. Okay guys, so that was it for our session with BK and Diyana of TRAXXfm. Don't forget to check them out online and also in our March issue of Campus Plus. Until next time, ciao!